This is some rough living.
Maybe, yeah, but they were better off than most people in the community. This is a bigger cabin than so many others had. They didn't have a loom set up as a fort, except for maybe 2 or 3 weeks in the winter time. So we had the loom this way, so we got it set up.
Good. I'll be glad to go back and check out the video and just really check out what's in here and trying to hurry through and can't take in everything.
Yeah, make sure you get all the labels so you know what you're looking at. I've got labels on just about everything in the Brinegar Cabin. There's a lot of them here.
Okay, shuttle. So they would make blankets or clothes.
There'd be thread all threaded this way, and then this would allow you to do the thread going in this direction. So you would press the pedal, which would raise the thread going this way up or down, and then you would thread this through it, and then you would push this after each run, and that squeeze it together into cloth, and you'd just be going back and forth with that loom shuttle until you.
And you can make money or make a living doing that.
Yeah, she only made enough for her family. It was just so labor intensive.
Yeah.
And she wasn't a commercial weaver.
Yeah.
But she made really fine clothing for her family. She was one of the best weavers in the community.
That's probably something nice to have in your cabin.
Obviously, her whole family was pretty good at weaving because her father made a loom for each of the 6 daughters. She was the youngest, and she got the most fancy. She got one that had 6 petals on it, so she could do very complicated patterns like these on the wall.
Nice. So it would make the pattern on this one here.
Right, that's called overshot. The white is the linen, and the orange is the wool. And the wool stands out thicker, so it kind of makes it look 3D.
Oh, there's some. I would probably consider that complicated detail for the day.
She was very highly esteemed for her weaving ability and her sewing ability too, and her well-crafting ability. She was actually sort of the granny woman that people came to because she weaved on this groups.
I'm not gonna go up there.
You're not going to go up the ladder because you want to see yourself or do it that way. You do that.
Yeah, that's all.
Like it up anyway.
I want to check out. Well, my channel is on YouTube. It's called Ron Sees America, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do anyway, and kind of see some of the story. Oh yeah, let's get it brighten her up. So what was the lady's? It was a family that stayed here, and what was her?
Caroline and Martin Brinegar were the couple that moved here. Martin built this cabin, but they had 125 acres that he bought before he married her. He bought it from her uncle, and they had a cabin already on the land on the other side of the ridge.
Right.
So he could take his time building this. He spent 3 years building it, and so they had already had 3 children when they moved in, and the 4th they had didn't make it past infancy, so they only had 3 children, and the 3 children slept up in the loft.
So
girls shared a boat bed, and the boy did.
So Mr. Brinegar built this over 3 years, you said? Was that typical of the time, or did he build it himself, or was he challenging the weather? And
well, he built it himself, except when it was time to raise the logs that are between the family and the butter, and so neighbors came to help him with that. and it would have been using all the animals they had sort of as levers. You know, they'd wrap rope around the logs and then move the animals out, and they would cause the logs to lift up. So it took several people to kind of guide the logs into place.
Nice.
But he had hand hewed them, but with such care that they actually fit perfectly together. And even though there's a sign up there that says he had clay chinking between the logs, according to the Cultural Resources report, there was none. They just fit together that closely.
It was typical of the time with if you had friends or family for friends or those families to come and help raise this cabin.
Were really big events. And everyone thinks they were so isolated here, but there were actually 52 families that lived down in the basin between here and Long Bottom Road. And Irabello's was the closest community, which is only a mile from the north. And and Pleasant Grove and Laurel Springs and Ashers and McGrady, just so many little communities very close by.
And this dates to when? I haven't looked at the story.
The cabin was finished in 1888, and then it started in 1886.
Wow, very interesting. And it's been preserved by the National Park Service for how long?
Well, they actually decided not to tear it down in 1942, the year she died, and so they began to renovate it. You probably took a picture of what the cabin looked like the year before they decided to renovate. And it's very unusual because it has clapboard siding on the outside, which is not anything the Park Service thought about preserving. They like log cabins, even though log cabins hadn't been lived in over 100 years. So if they found an old log cabin, they would move it beside the parkway because that's the story they thought people wanted to hear, not people living in a house that seemed very normal at the time. You know, kind of like us saving a brick ranch house now.
Well, appreciate you speaking with me, and your name is?
I'm Julie Wallace. You can take a picture of that if you want.
So, thank you for telling me about the cabin. And I'm gonna move out of the way so others can get in here.
Be sure to go and look in the granary too. There's a lot of places
All right.
there.
All right. Thanks.
And the spring.
It actually looks like quite the cozy little place for the time that it was built. So I'm glad the Brinegar family is blessed this way. It's awesome. And Mr. Brinegar obviously put in the hard work to have this home here in the Smoky Mountains. And I am on the road. I'm not sure what it's called, but it leads through North Carolina to the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. And I am at Brinegar Cabin. Thought I'd show you around a little bit. Hope you're enjoying. I believe this is untreated water. I believe this is part of probably the old root cellar, or maybe it's just to cover up that water drainage there. But anyway, it says Brinegar Cabin, home of, as you heard, Mr. and Mrs. Brannigan. Appreciate National Park Service ranger there speaking to me about life in this cabin. And so we're gonna move on down the road. And I'll see you in a minute.
Come and take a ride with Ron C.